Welcome to your new favorite band, the podcast brought to you by the LA Maybe. And now, your hosts, Dallas Dwight and Drizzle Silvera.
Well, what is up, all you beautiful people? I'm Dallas Dwight. Welcome back to your new favorite band, the podcast brought to you by the LA Maybe. With me across the table is
Drizzle.
What's up, Driz? So today we have another very special episode, as we promised last episode. It's another Quad Cortex episode. And today we're going to be profiling this lovely Marshall right here next to me. We're also using the Torpedo Captor X from Two Notes. We'll be talking about all that momentarily. But first, I wanted to let you guys know this episode is brought to you by Stringjoy. Stringjoy was nice enough to send us some strings, and they are going to be used in our UK tour, which we are on right now. When this comes out, we're on the UK tour.
Yes, we are. I've already tried a pair of them.
I think we're probably in the last days of the UK tour, so you can head to lamaybe.com/UK tour to get tickets if you need tickets to any of the last couple shows when this comes out. If not, then I hope it was a good tour, future Dallas.
Oh, it was a great tour.
Yeah.
Future.
Yeah.
I'm speaking from the future.
We did great.
Yeah, it was just killer.
We did great. And my favorite part, my favorite part. It was the part where we did
that,
the one. Yeah,
that one thing. That part. Yeah, dude.
So Stringjoy.
I'm smiling so hard right now because it was so good.
It was so awesome. And the part we're talking about is playing Stringjoy. No, for real though, we're playing Stringjoy on the tour.
Yeah,
so they were nice enough to send us a box to try, and a few boxes to try, a box of boxes to try actually, and we'll report back. But so far, you've tried them out. You said they were great.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying them at the moment. From string to string, you don't notice crazy big differences, right?
Right.
But what I feel like I've noticed is a slight bit more slinkiness, which is nice when you're doing a lot of bends and stuff like that, and the kind of playing we play. And they're made in Tennessee, 6.5 hours away.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool too.
Know people that work there, and
yeah,
it's nice to have a company that you can work with like that in that regard. So,
and a company that you can call and talk to real people. They sent strings to our bassist as well. Talking to real people, real time, not, someone overseas who, you might have trouble speaking with, or
right.
They don't really know they don't really know the product because they're hired. They have a list of things that they can say about a certain issue,
or robots and machines that are connecting you to another robot and machine, and you can never get anything done. But not so with Stringjoy. Great company, young company, new company, relatively, I think.
Yes.
And, we're trying them out, and we'll report back and let you know. We have them on the podcast. We wanted to tell you guys about them. We're not an official endorsement partner with them yet, but we'll see. So, without further ado, let's dive into the Quad Cortex.
Quad Cortex. Beer, 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 beer. Here we go. Check out this beady right here. This is. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. Oh, Stringjoy up on top of the Marshall. Stringjoy on a Marshall, dude.
Hell yeah.
Like, we should be getting paid for this.
Okay, so what's the plan? We should be getting paid, period.
We should be getting paid, period, yes. Yeah.
So, run me through what we're doing today. What's the end goal? By the end of today, we will
have captured this Marshall. We've already captured Orange. We went through the process.
You already captured it from Sam Ash.
Yes.
By the way, if you've listened to past episodes, this is the Marshall that is the famous Sam Ash Marshall, and if you don't know what we're talking about, you have to go back and listen to was it Ethan Gibbons episode.
Yes, the Ethan Gibbons one. Yes,
Ethan was my old bass player in one of my old bands and one of my really good friends, and just an amazing guy, an amazing bass player, amazing musician.
Yeah,
and we had him on the podcast and we talked about a lot, but Driz told the full unabridged Sam Ash Marshall story on that episode.
To sum it up, I got the deal of a lifetime on this. I paid $249.99 for a. I think with inflation now, these are going $1,700.
Yeah.
So
you owe yourself a listen to that episode.
Yes. Yes.
So today we're going to capture it in the Quad, and we're going to show you guys how it's done.
Yeah.
So if you have an amp and a speaker cabinet, or if you don't have a speaker cabinet and you have something like the Two Notes Captor X or the Universal Audio Aux, whatever you have, there's a lot of different options. This is how you capture an amp into the Quad. Let's dive in.
Let's do it. All right. So here we go. I've just got a basic blank scene pulled up. If you recall watching
go ahead and save it and call it the Sammy Marshall or Sammy Marsh.
Sam Ass.
Sam Ass. Perfect. Well, we're definitely not getting endorsed by them, huh? It's all right. I don't think we want to.
I don't think music stores endorse artists, do they?
Well, they're not going to like us, that's for sure. But they already don't. So
Well, it's not. It's really that particular store in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Sam Ass Marsh. Let's do it.
Sam Ass Marsh. Sam Ass. We'll call it Charlotte because
CLT.
CLT. Yeah.
Sam Ass Clit Charlotte.
Because
Marsh.
I don't want. Again, there's probably amazing Sam Ashes out there. This one just, especially the manager. I've had several run-ins with him. Just like they do. They say they do Amazon.
Oh, I've had
price
3 or 4 physical altercations. No,
they say they do price match, and so I go there and I was like asking for a price match on something because it was literally like $20 more than what it was on Amazon. I was like, holy crap. And so he starts going off on me and he's like, well, we'll price match it, but blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is an issue between you and your distributor, not me. Like, I don't need to be, you don't need to be mad at me about this.
Right.
You say y'all price match. Don't say that if you're not going to price match.
Right.
That's fine. I needed it that day. That's why I didn't Amazon it. Or I really wanted it that day.
Yeah.
So that's why I went to a music store.
Yeah.
So don't say you're going to price match and then get, mad at me and then complain about all the issues that you have. Anyways, so
yeah, that
long
kind of stuff
story
has happened
short,
a lot
that
there.
has happened a lot at that store with me, and it's just like, okay, all right, And I literally have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars there.
Yep. I've spent $0 there. No, I've probably bought a pack of strings or something from there at one point.
Yeah,
I've spent less than $100 there, 100%. But if you know me, you know that I have a lifelong vendetta against all music stores.
True.
All brick and mortar music stores.
Yeah.
I don't get along with them. And that's because when I was young, I think I was 13. I just started playing guitar and I walked into my local music store, the mom and pop. Support your mom and pop, right?
Yeah, right.
No, fuck this place. I walked in and it was a Line 6 Spider 3 and it was $749.99.
Jesus fuck.
And I was like, that's an expensive amp. I don't know anything. I'm a 13-year-old kid. I'm like, I could probably save up for that this summer. So mow lawns, whatever. And I go home and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get this amp. I got to look at it online. And it's $399.99.
Yeah, right.
And I said, fuck all music stores forever. And I stand by that. I stand by that.
I know, dude. You've said that every time we've talked about music stores. Every single time. You're just like, Sam Ash, or sorry, not Sam Ash, Sweetwater or nothing, pretty much.
Yeah,
right?
I love Sweetwater. Sweetwater's an exception. Also, I don't really consider them a music store, like a music retailer. They don't have physical locations except for the one. So that's my issue. And won't do it. So less than $100 at Sam Ash. Unless it's like an emergency or something.
I know we just to do it, we went to the Guitar Center in
that was different.
Hollywood.
But also I didn't buy anything.
But also you didn't buy anything and your response was still like, with some music store.
Music store. But the only part that was awesome was that back room.
Yeah.
Everything else I could have been like, whatever.
And
the
we
handprints.
We did do a funny video in that back room. I think it's on your GoPro.
It's on my GoPro, which is now on my computer, this computer.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's dive in. Sam Ass CLT Marsh. Let's do a profile. We're just going to do one profile, right?
We're going to do one profile.
I say profile because I come from the world of Kemper, but they
We're
call
gonna
it
do
capture.
one capture.
So we're going to say capture.
Yep. So here we go. Looking at this wonderful unit here. We're going to go into the menu option here. 3 dots, upper right-hand corner. And we're going to scroll down until we see new neural capture. All right. So we're going to take our instrument out of the amp. And our instrument goes into return 1. Dallas, tell me when I hit return 1. I believe it's the second. It is. Is that return 1?
That's it.
I'm going to try to do this without looking. Okay. Just to show you how easy this unit really is to use. It's like that's the litmus test.
You genuinely cannot see. I can see the back of that, but you cannot.
Okay. So once you've done that, then you click next. So we'll go ahead and click next. All right. So you'll see you want to set up your studio monitors. So we already have our output to our headphones.
Yeah, and this is where you'd want to do a stereo real thing, but we're obviously a little bit abridged in the studio here, so we've opted for mono today, but it's going to get the job done. It's going to get the job done, yeah. And I do have proper captures too, so if you do want to head on over and follow us on our actual, was it Neural app? Yeah,
Quad Cortex app.
The Quad Cortex app. He's at Drizzle Lamb.
Yeah. Drizzle LAM.
I
All
believe
caps for LAM.
think I'm Dallas Lamb, but you don't want to follow me. You want to follow him.
Yeah, I do make all the sounds.
Yeah, I follow you. Any sound you get from me, he would have also. So, or any sound you get from me, he made. So just follow him.
It's true. It is true.
Although in that last episode, that EVH really got me going. I love that.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
That was a fun one.
That was a good one. All right, here we go. Back to the Quad Cortex. So that's already set up. So we're going to go next. And our capture out to the input of the target device, which is our Marshall. So I'm going to go ahead and finger this out real quick.
Capture out. I figure it out all the time. That's perfect.
Okay, and then we're going to go to the input of the Marshall. Hopefully
Driz is doing it. Look, Ma, no eyes.
Hopefully this is a good cable. That's not promising right there. Like it. Here we go.
That sounds horrific.
Let's do this.
Wait, it's either something's wrong or, hear me out, aliens are communicating with us. No, I said hear me out.
No, it's all good.
You can blow on it like it's a Nintendo cartridge.
Yeah, this is how you fix all XLRs.
Like it's fucking Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah, dude, fucking gotta get that Pokemon working, dude.
Oh, I wish that worked.
I know, right?
You plug it in. God damn it, shit.
I'm sure someone's got caustic enough breath. It's like spraying deoxit onto a fucking connector.
Oh, by the way, I need some of that. I need to just order some of that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've got a can,
Yeah.
You can help yourself to it.
Oh, yeah.
But if you have it at your own house, you don't have to wait on me.
So where does this go?
All right. So we don't need this one yet.
Okay.
So I've plugged my capture out into the input device. Okay.
The target. So there wasn't a problem. We were just ahead of ourselves.
We were.
Okay.
And then here's what we have to do now. We're going to take the output from our Captor X and run it to the input of our wonderful Quad Cortex. Let's see if I can do this. See if I can finger it out.
You're not fingering very good here.
No.
This is middle school.
Yeah, dude. Some fucking
Never mind.
noob shit. Some noob shit. There we go.
All
right, so I've done that. Then we'll go to next.
Beautiful.
And it says, are you sure? Once everything's connected.
What if you got all the way there? Are you sure? And you're like, you're right. I need to buy a Kemper. No. I will say actually though, because I've referenced Kemper twice already. I've owned the Kemper forever. I bought it in 2014, and I love it. But I also own the Quad Cortex, and that's what I use live. So I love both, but I love making jokes more. So,
well, and also fun little fact: we talked about it when we did our mix breakdown for Down to Fight.
Yep.
The solo, the guitar solo in that song
was recorded with my tone that Driz made of my Marshall in my Quad Cortex in a hotel room. And this isn't a demo. This is the solo you hear on the album.
Yep.
The solo in the music video, everything.
Capture of your Marshall.
It actually was written in that hotel room too. It wasn't just recorded. I was just kind of coming up with it on the fly, but it was recorded through the Quad Cortex. And I had planned on, I had taken a DI signal. I was like, I'm going to reamp it or I'll just learn it and play it again with the real amp and stuff. And then I just started listening to it. I was like, and you were saying as well, I was like, no, don't
I didn't even know until you told me.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I was like, don't touch it.
I love that solo. It sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm not going to touch it. And then not only did I not touch it, I have now gone and done all the solos for the new album with the Quad Cortex.
Yeah.
I do the rhythm tracks with the amp and I do the solos with the Quad Cortex because it just feels better to me. In the same way that an old school player will probably tell you an amp feels better to him. I'm a new school player. I'm a young guy. I mean, I grew up playing Line 6 and modeling amps, and I haven't really owned a lot of real amps. So, I mean, I've owned a bunch, but I've owned more modelers than amps.
Yeah.
So it always feels comfy for me to play that.
Well, not to mention the tone. There's something there's something slightly different. So the capture is stupid accurate, but there's a noise level.
To me,
there's a noise. Yeah. And I think it's because it gets rid of a lot of the noise. Right. So where you turn an amp on and it's just noisy, right? Even especially when you crank the volume up and really get those tubes working, which is where the tone comes from. So it's going to be noisy if you got your amp just, cooking.
Yeah.
And then once you capture it,
I don't like the way you smiled when you said cooking.
Cooking.
It made me really uncomfortable.
You know how I like my amps, Dallas?
How?
Cooking.
I want to fry an egg off those tubes, bitch.
Oh, yeah, dude, for real. Dude, we had an Instagram video
You ever
where
fry an egg off a tube?
No, not yet. I will though. Now that you said that, I got to put some butter on it first though.
Oh yeah.
Butter. And then
Butter
put
that
the egg
tube
on.
up.
Butter.
Stick it on in.
Stick it on it.
Maybe. We'll figure it out.
You just see me swapping tubes out in the fucking studio, sticking the contact end into a thing of butter. Like, yeah, that's lubed up good
Dude.
now.
Anyone watching this for the quad is gonna be so pissed, but that's all right. This is what we do here.
I know.
I saw a video as a quick sidebar mentioning spinning off your butter thing. This guy, he played guitar through Jello, and it's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Remind me to show it to you after this.
Fucking serious?
I'll pull it up. Now, I'll show you after, but I'll pull it up now so I don't forget to show you after.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. All right. So I've already kind of set my cab sims and stuff in the Captor X, which is sitting on top of the Marshall right here. I think the best view you can see it is here. Yeah. So there's the Captor X right here. So what I'm going to do real quick is actually pull up the Captor X app. And I'll show it to you on my little overhead cam here. So it's connecting to the torpedo right now. You'll see that. And now it's connected. Okay, so I pulled up my preset for my Mark II Studio. And
Which is this Marshall.
it's just this Marshall right here, exactly.
This is the Sam Ash Marshall.
And so I can actually control it with this app here. And I can go into my other settings here. You can enhance your sound a little bit after the microphones. You can also adjust all your mics and everything. I'm not going to because I already have. But you can see this is the app, connects to that. It's really easy to do. And you can pick from a whole bunch of mics and a whole bunch of cabinets, just like the aux.
Right.
This is just more affordable, and
Right.
I like it just as much.
Yep.
So anyways, here's the device. That's the app. All right, going in. Yes, I am sure I got all that right. Now we can hear the hiss of the amp. So what I like to do is do auto set, and then I'll just have Dallas start playing. And this is going to just automatically set the gain. So that's probably pretty good right there. All right. And you can hear the noisiness that we talked about.
That hissing
Also,
of an
it's
amp.
really important that your type.
That's real, kids.
I've got an XLR input instead of a 1/4 inch going in, so you'll want to make sure it's on mic. It does not need phantom power, so phantom's off. If you were plugging a mic directly in from like
Condenser
a speaker
mic or
cabinet, from an
something like
actual
that, yeah.
speaker cabinet, then that's where you'd want phantom on for a condenser or an active ribbon or something like that. Also, with active ribbons, be careful because you don't want to power phantom on before you plug the mic in. Otherwise, you could blow your ribbon. I've had my ribbon blown several
I
times.
bet you have. We've been on tour.
Not on tour, but I've had my ribbon blown.
You haven't blown your ribbon on tour?
No.
That was the slowest.
I'm
slowest
just
no
laughing
of all
so
time.
hard because it's fucking hilarious. Like you're using a term for microphones for head.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I was just talking about ribbons. I don't know what you're talking about. We'll figure it out.
We don't even use mics live.
We'll figure it out while we blow ribbons. All right, let's move on. What do we got?
All right, here we go. Now that we've lost our endorsement.
Now that Sam Ash is calling us every day.
Yeah, I know, right?
Stop talking about the podcast. That
Yeah.
one guy don't even like music stores.
Let's see if messing with the ground lift does anything. Oh yeah,
Oh, it made it so much better.
so much better. All right, so I think our levels are pretty good. Let's yeah, there we go. Good, nice sound. Let's start our capture.
Now, do you have it set? Is there a setting where you could like mute the noises?
Generally, it doesn't do it, but the reason why we heard them on that last video we did with the orange was because I had the output of this still going into the interface as well.
Right. So there's currently no output on the captor.
Currently, no output on the captor.
So it's making all these crazy noises that you're really missing out on some
Yeah.
good stuff. The Kemper does the same thing. We're just not hearing them right now. So instead, you're going to hear our beautiful voices doing things like that. So.
Yes, talking about blowing ribbons and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going through the process right now. As you can see, it's 22% done. It's going to go all the way until...
It takes, how long would you say it takes?
probably about 2 minutes or
Fill
so.
this bar up, 2
Yeah.
minutes? Yeah.
Yeah. I think about 2 minutes is right. My favorite is the sanity check on the actual. So like it has a checklist of what it's going through: calibration, recording signals, and then sanity check. It's like checks that off. It's hilarious.
Yep. It's like those cutesy websites when you like, it says page loading. It'll be like contacting gnomes, and you're just like, what? Like it's like cuddling teddy bears. Like it's like what?
The fuck websites are you going to, dude?
Oh, just like
Never seen that.
all the good ones. Just the more like premium.
It's like
paid
all
content.
the good ones,
Just like I don't know,
It's like cool stuff.
hotels.com. Just all the good ones.
Maybe I don't go online enough.
I spend my life on Reddit, and you know what?
Reddit and 4chan.
I've read it. I'm good. Reddit definitely has some bad parts. Not as bad as 4chan though. That's a whole different game.
Oh shit! Let's see, we're at 50% done now. Yeah.
Yeah. So about 2 minutes. You're looking at.
It's just chugging away. Here it is doing its thing. By the way, just got to throw this in here. Look, string joy.
And real quick, here's a 45 to 50 minute guitar solo. No, I'm just kidding.
But you're not going to hear any of it because currently it's capturing, and so here we go. Oh, dude, fucking shredding. Look at that shit. It's fucking good.
This guitar sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's great.
It's like play a bad chord, say the guitar sounds bad. No, I don't like this one.
Yeah. Your play is just like absolute shit. You're like, God damn, this guitar is horrible.
This guitar is really not good. Ew.
Yeah, that's where you're supposed to play a G, buddy.
It's just not a good guitar. It's not for me. It just doesn't feel like me. You want to play a G chord right? Does that feel like you?
Oh, dude, that's
Nah,
hilarious.
doesn't.
See, we're at 66. We were just briefly at 2/3 of the devil's number.
Hell yeah. We're about to be at Drizz's favorite number, 70.
You overshot, man. You overshot.
68, sorry.
Undershot. 68.5.
There's nothing between 68. I was going to say that, but then I was like,
Yeah.
it'd be funnier if he says it.
So this is the part in the podcast where we generally get in trouble because things are loading, taking too much time, and we just start talking.
Yeah, and that's when we're in trouble.
We're fucked, yeah.
I don't know. Let's talk UK tour because it's on our mind right now. And
It is on our mind.
And we're currently in the UK. And by the time this comes out, here, while you filibuster for a second, I'll find out exactly where we are the day this comes out. How about that?
All right. So I'm currently filibustering.
Wow, you're great at this.
Well, I think the best way to filibuster is actually
what?
talk about the filibuster.
This comes out the second to last day of the tour, right? The eve of our final show in Bridgewater, UK. So we will be in Bournemouth, hanging out going to the Christmas markets, snuggling, switching beds, freaking Foz out.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gots to. Hey,
You gotta
I
listen
hear
you gotta
noise.
listen to the last VIP section to figure that one out.
So this is actually one of my favorite parts to do because I'm gonna show you. We're not crazy. This is how good it actually is. All right. This is the Quad Cortex.
Oh, you want me to play now?
Yeah, play
okay,
now.
so this is
Yeah.
the Quad Cortex.
So as you can tell, they sound really great.
So that was switching between the amp.
That
and
was
the quad.
switching
All of
between
that.
and you'll hear a little dip in the volume as it switches, but this is the capture, which again we referenced having way less noise, and you can hear it does.
So let's listen quietly. Ready?
It's pretty quiet.
And next.
Here we go. Let me go back to the shit.
The noise isn't even registering on the. They're not going to be able to hear. There it is.
So that's the actual amp.
There may be. You might not be hearing that.
Not
as
registering.
the listener.
Yeah.
if we have like a gate on or something. But the amp setting here when we're A-Bing does have noticeable noise. Not loud, but noticeable noise. And when you switch to the quad, it's almost imperceptible.
Yeah. And then when you're playing, it's really gone. God, that sounds so good.
Yeah, man, I play great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm not even talking about the tone. Yeah, I was talking about your playing.
Like forgetting the tone, just like, wow, man, that's great.
You did, like,
It was a cool little lantle you did there.
yeah, I almost had like palpitations. And
So
stuff.
where do we go from here?
All right, so from here, let's save the actual tone.
All right.
Hopefully, if all things have gone correctly, we did this right.
All right.
And we have a good tone after this.
A good tone after this, if
Yeah.
we're lucky.
Yeah, if I did it right this time.
I'm feeling lucky.
Fingers crossed. Let's
Ace
see
is
what
high.
went on here.
Other
All right, so
gambling
I'm going to
related
save. And again, I had a scene that I saved that name. We're going to call this the same exact thing. I think it was
Sam Ass.
Not San.
CLT.
I did it as one word.
CLT.
Yeah, we'll do it as one word.
Marsh. CLT obviously standing for
Charlotte. That's the airport code. All right. And then the obvious tag.
that is a
Penis.
well, that's a what? Greater than, less than sign?
Oh, I'm definitely greater than.
5 equals and a 3. No, if I was doing it, it would be probably about 9 equals.
All right, so here's the neural capture. If you actually download the app and you go and look for this capture, it's going to be Sam Ass CLT Marsh, and then the tag will be less than or equal to equals 3.
Right. Okay. And that's just the code that we like to use.
That's
all right.
on, yeah. Okay, so it's saved. So now, before I actually go in and screw your eardrums, I'm going to turn the volume all the way down on this and switch over to the actual Quad Cortex unit. Turn the amp off so you know that there's no trickery.
Do you want the
There's no trickery here. I'm going to...
stand by?
yeah, stand by. So flip that up. Well, now it's on 5-watt mode.
Okay, it's in the middle.
In the middle.
Gotcha.
There we go. And then I'll just have my lovely assistant sitting across the table from me.
Cut me
Here
in
we
half.
go.
Let's do it.
Now I'll have him actually turn it all the way off. There we go.
The amp is all the way
The
off.
amp is all the way off. Here we go. It's pretty cool. I've got the volume down on here, so now I'm actually going to put the guitar into input 1. Remove this. Get rid of the extra stuff. Look, no input into the amp. No 1/4 inch going into input 1, which is where I had it. By the way, a lot of people like to jumper Marshalls. Jumpering Marshalls is fine, but I really don't care for all the extra low end. So I just turn the highs down in the high mode. And that's kind of like how I like to do it, and the presence down a bit.
Yeah.
I like that. I just like it better that way. That's how I do it.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
We got to plug the guitar in.
We got to plug the guitar in. Getting rid of the unnecessary stuff so you can leave now.
I'm going to
no.
I'm going to dip out.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to switch back to here. Exiting now. And here we go on Sam Ass CLT Marsh scene.
So here's the DI signal.
Here's our direct signal. And let's put our new capture in. So we'll go to Neural Captures, My Captures, and I'm probably on page 4 now. Yep. And there we go. God, that sounds good. Let me go ahead and turn up the output on the volume a little bit. So we're... There we go. And again, you can gain it up from here, just internally. Now we're starting to hear some hiss. Marshalls don't really sound great for chugging, but they sound amazing for rock and roll. Well, let me rephrase that. Certain Marshalls. This one's like a plexi. So. And I'll go ahead and go in real quick and just add a couple things to this so you can actually have this whole scene. I'll add my adaptive gate.
Makes a big difference.
Massive difference. And then so it doesn't feel so sterile, we'll go ahead and go in, set our output to row 3. And then
and we went over, we're moving fast here, but we went over all of these specifics in our last
Yes.
episode of the podcast where we broke down a lot of the quad's functionality and core mechanics and things you'll need to know if you're new to the Quad Cortex. So
we're
today,
just bringing this capture to life real quick a little bit and just kind of showing you.
Yeah. So today
Maybe
we're
not
we're
showing
really,
you. Yeah, we're
really
just
demonstrating the capture power of this machine.
Yeah, exactly.
And the accuracy as well.
Well, and then what I really want to do too is show you how great the stock pedals sound in front of a Marshall.
Right.
Like, so I'm going to throw the Vimurum Jan Ray or whatever it is.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool.
It's a like a $400 overdrive
Klon.
pedal. Yeah. Yeah. But less expensive. All right, so here we go. Lightning speed mode. Let's make this Marshall capture come to life. I'm going to add the...
Driz is on the clock.
I'm on the clock. Let's see how fast I can do it. Okay, reverb. I'm going to do the ambient one. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to bring the mix down to about probably
I'm going to bring the mix
20.
down to about probably 95.
There we go. Pre-delay at 5. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this sounds. Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to play?
Yeah.
That's me. That's my cue.
Yeah, that's your cue.
Slowing him down.
Okay, too much. I don't like all that high end. Let's take some of that back.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of reverb.
It's the high end that makes it seem like a lot. It's really hardly any.
Yeah.
Bring a touch back in. There we go. Let's change the size too. It's kind of got a cool sound at that size.
Yeah, that is nice.
All right, I'm on the clock. I got to keep going here. Let's add some 3D-ness to it.
I'm paying you by the job, not the hour.
I know, I'm cruising. Here we go. Mix all the way down.
Here's the EQ. A graphic, what is it, a 9-band?
9, yep. Yep, 9.
And we're just doing a high-pass filter is all we're doing.
9-band graphic, not parametric.
Taking out some of the low end.
I need the sub that might get in there. So there's really not much to begin with, but... Okay, real quick, we gotta add one of these. See how fast we get this done. See how fast you can go if you really learn it. Let's turn these ranges down. Much better. I like those ranges. What about you, Dallas?
A log.
Let's go ahead and get out of there. That's already going. Let's add our drive pedal, and then we'll... This is going. This is like crazy fast. Once you learn these units, you can really fly on them. Let's see how this one sounds. That sounds pretty nice there. That's a cool little drive. See how solo sounds with some delay. And then we'll get a... Like it. All right. And I'm going to stack my reverbs. I'm going to go to the plate lush.
But that's actually a really nice demo there of how we're crunchy, right? But you can roll that volume back and play with a lighter touch.
Yeah.
And then you can just...
Keep going.
Oh, sorry.
Let's give it a little more gain.
If I could hit any of the notes, it would be cool.
I know, it'd be really sweet.
Just imagine like that, but like the right notes.
Yeah, dude.
Kind of going for a lead tone here.
Yeah, a little bit of a lead tone. Is your volume all the way up on your... Yeah, I didn't think so.
Still rolled back pretty good. I can't do it.
Sounds pretty good.
We'll get copyrighted.
Just do one of your originals. There we go.
Metal.
So if I was just playing rhythm, this is what it would sound like. Oh, and here's a great way to show you Stomp box here. So we'll go to Stomp, and I'll assign this to...
So we usually use scene mode for those of you that watched the last episode, but today we're going to be using Stomp mode,
Assign foot switch.
which is slightly different.
All right, so we got A. I don't want A on that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Unassign. So you can actually assign multiple things now.
That's
on the
basically
update.
scene mode.
On the update, yeah, you can do multiples
That's
now
crazy.
with Stomp box.
That's basic.
Yeah.
That's like a derivation of scene mode.
Yeah, I don't know if you can change all the parameters like you
True.
can in
Yeah,
scene.
that's a good point. Yeah.
But you can do multiple Stomp boxes now with one press of the button. So that was a new
Okay.
update.
That's cool.
Yeah, which is
Very
cool.
helpful. You could do, the chorus and the verb at the same time, that kind of thing.
Yeah. But here's Stomp box. So now I have my drive here assigned to 1. This is already assigned to just your expression pedal kind of being active. It turns on. When you're not active, it turns off in, about 2/3 of a second, pretty much, essentially. And let's go ahead and put the reverb and delay on 2 as well. And there's our reverb assigned to C. So now we have 3. If you need to take a solo, let's get this reverb unassigned, because that's the one we just want on all the time. So now we got... And this one's also got multiple assigned to it as well. We're going to unassign it. Right, so now we're just doing the 3 things that we want to be.
Okay, so walk me through it.
All right, so here we go. Here's our stock tone. Just regular good crunch tone. Okay, here's our drive pedal in now. Okay, here's our delay. And here's our reverb. I'll turn off the other delay. So it's a lot, but for a solo, that's a long delay. That's a long reverb.
Verb, yeah.
I would probably bring it down. That's a lot. And then if that's the case, I'm pretty sure now I could. Well, no, I couldn't do that. Never mind. That's it. Here we go.
The Sam Ass CLT Marsh.
It's a Sam Ass CLT Marsh. I wasn't too crazy after hearing that.
I'm looking at the time here. That's right at 40 minutes that we did that entire process. And to be fair, we talked for probably 10 of that at the beginning. So really, this is a 30-minute process. You can capture your amp, have it in your pedal, and walk out the door to the gig and leave your amps safe at home.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, you don't have to carry them.
Exactly.
This quad is a lot lighter than that Marshall.
A lot lighter. And this is not a heavy Marshall, but then you got your speaker cabinets, all the cables you got to remember to bring for those.
And then the tube goes bad.
Yeah.
And then you're like, now I'll borrow this guy's Marshall, and it sucks.
Yep.
You know? So anyway, we're big fans of the Quad Cortex, and we wanted to bring you some more quad content. So Quantent, if you will.
Quantent. And again, this will all be available. As soon as we're done with this podcast, I'm going to run inside and upload all these to the cloud and make them available. Everything we did in the previous episode and this episode as well will be available to anyone who, subscribes or befriends us on the Quad Cortex app.
Yes, and that's Drizzle Lamb for LA, maybe LAM. And I believe I'm Dallas Lamb.
Yep.
No B, not the animal.
No LAMB, just
LA maybe.
The LA.
It's Lamb Flat, actually, is what it is.
Lamb Flat?
Yep.
Yeah.
You ready to move over into the VIP section?
Let's move on over to the VIPs.
Yeah, we do offer a VIP section. It's $7 a month or $75 a year at a little bit of a discount there. If you're interested in supporting the band, supporting the music, getting more crazy content like this, we offer uncut episodes. We give you early access to the episodes. We offer a lot of other free goodies. Not free, they come with that. Complimentary, let's say. And that's over at lamaybe.com/VIP. So give that a gander, and we'll see you over there in just a second.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching the latest episode of your new favorite band. This is the end of the free content.
But if you want to unlock the full uncut versions of every episode, head over to lamaybe.com/VIP and sign up for our membership. For $7 a month, you'll get extended episodes of our podcast, a bonus episode every month, plus exclusive merch. You'll also be supporting us and helping us continue to stay on the road and make new music. And for that, we're eternally grateful. So thank you.